Hi, I'm Trish Springsteen. I'm a multi-international, award-winning mentor, coach and author. And it's my great privilege to be here today speaking with Georgie Hope. Now Georgie is one of the authors contributing to the book 1000 Ripple Effects. This book is being organised by Stacey Hausch, and it's going to be one of the most powerful books that will be coming out in the next year. When it comes out, you need to get your copy. Meanwhile, let's have a listen and a little talk with Georgie. Hi Georgie, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Great. Now, I want to just have a chat with you about how did you get involved in this project with Stacey? What was it that caught your attention?
Yeah, it was really the homeless children that really caught my attention and being able to help them.
So what is it about the homeless children that speaks to you here in your heart?
Yeah, well, I think just for sort of homeless people in general, it's because of some of my life experiences where if it hadn't been for my parents giving me money and my brother letting me stay at his house rent-free, then I would have been homeless. And it made me realize that it can happen really quickly, you know, and that it can be completely out of control for some people. And I just sort of have felt this affinity that one day when maybe I was in a different position, that if there was something that I could do to help homeless people or homeless children, that I would love to help.
So that must have been pretty scary, that situation. You want to share a little bit more about how close you came to being homeless?
Yeah, well, I had been a dietitian originally and then gone into nutrition products, and then I decided to have a complete career change and become a mortgage broker because I loved property just before the financial crisis. And at the time I had 4 properties, but being a mortgage broker, I kind of earned half the income I was normally earning, and then they had to let me go, and so I just couldn't afford, you know, all these properties. And it was kind of all of a sudden, because when you've got like $5,000 worth of expenses a month and no income, then, you know, unless you have a big backup, which I didn't have, and so my parents had to lend me 30 grand or else I would have gone bankrupt.
And that's a pretty scary situation, isn't it? How did you feel in that situation?
Absolutely hopeless. Yeah, because it kind of just felt like you're in a sinking ship and you were bailing out some water, but there was more water coming in than you could ever get out. And it just sort of felt like, when is this ever going to end? And will it ever end?
And when you think about that now, and you think how close you came, there are a lot of people out there who are homeless, and they didn't have that. They don't have that, do they?
No.
And it would be true to say that they're probably sitting there without any hope. Because without hope, there really isn't any incentive to move forward, is there?
Yeah.
So what are we doing now?
Yeah, so now I have my own business. I work in search engine optimization. And for me, really, the turning point was a mentor that I had. And he was somebody who didn't really have anything himself, you know, sort of as far as, you know, what you might call assets or anything like that. And he was incredibly happy. And I just thought, you know, I just want to be happy. I don't need all this stuff. I just want to be able to wake up each day and feel at peace and feel that I want to be in this world. And so seeing that was possible, like, inspired me to hope that was something that I could have for my life. And so now I do kind of feel like that in a way it doesn't really matter what I do, because it's more just how I feel. And that feeling at peace and feeling happy is like amazing gift that I've learned from somebody else.
And that's a pretty powerful, isn't it, when you feel like that? What does that make you think? You know, when you've got that feeling there, how does that feel to you? What can you do with that?
I suppose it just sort of makes me feel that whatever I do, as long as I'm feeling happy in the moment and feeling happy with what I have now, that's kind of what matters. Because I used to be somebody, I mean, I was told as a child that I could do anything. I had amazing parents. They're like, you can do anything, you can be anything. But for whatever reason within me, I took that on and felt like unless I therefore do something amazing, it's nothing. And so I put massive expectations on myself as to what I needed to do in order, because of what I should be able to do or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's the opposite. So we often hear about people with their children saying, "Oh, you know, you're not going to be doing anything," and we worry about that. But there is another side to saying you can be anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can be a massive goal.
Yeah, it felt like unless I was Mother Teresa, nothing I did meant anything. So for me, being able to let go of that and realize that right now, in this moment, being able to be happy with my life right now. And yes, you can have dreams and goals, but if you're waiting to be happy when you achieve those, rather than being happy right now, then it'll never come. So that was probably the biggest lesson for me.
And the stories that you're going to be contributing to the book is obviously around hope,
Yes.
and around children. What message do you think you'd like to have people come away from that story?
Yeah, well, I think my message would be that no matter how bad your circumstances are and how horrible that it feels, there's always hope. You know, it can always change and it can always be different, and sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. You know, it can be a process, but life can be amazing.
And it is.
Yeah.
It is. So, what are you doing now?
As far
What
as
do you do? You've come from being a mortgage broker, you've gone through being very close to being homeless and realising the power of hope and what that can do for you. So where has that power of hope brought you? What's Georgie doing today?
Yeah, well, I mean, having my own business has been wonderful for me, and I have, you know, like I was saying, I do have dreams and goals and things that I want to achieve. So one of my new business concepts, because I have people who come and stay in my house through Airbnb, and it's all around my cats. So the people who come because they love cats, and so I want to be more in the creative space now. So creating more cat videos, photos, kind of all that sort of thing, just all around my cats, because for me, that's one of the best parts of the day, is just going out, finding where they are and hanging out with them, kind of just connecting. I find it a way to sort of just connect with the world, because they're so just peaceful and whatever.
And that's the power of hope, people. That's the power of being able to go from one place and being in a very down place, and the power of having the hope to take you to where you can explore all the things that you could possibly do. And one of the last things I was going to ask you, Georgie, was you're a social enterprise entrepreneur.
Yes.
What does that mean?
So with my current business, at the moment we actually give some of the profit to various organisations. So there's one called Joining Hands that helps with giving massages to people who are homeless, which is a very empowering experience for them. And then there's a whole range of others, like in Australia and around the world, that we give to. So it's kind of like, instead of waiting until you become a millionaire to give money away, it's like giving as you go.
And that would have been basic and part of why you wrote this book as well.
Yeah.
It's another way for you to fulfill that social enterprise entrepreneur that you feel you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've been speaking with Georgie Hope. Georgie is a contributing author to the book 1000 Ripple Effects. This book is being organised by Stacey Hausch, and it's a powerful book that's going to be helping the children of today with the powerful people that we want to be the entrepreneurs of tomorrow. I'm Trish Springsteen, multi-international, award-winning speaker, mentor, coach and author, and I hope that you get everything you can out of the hope story that Georgie's going to be sharing.